Welcome to VLSI Chaps YouTube channel. Today we'll be talking about job opportunities in VLSI domain. So when we are studying, we are often confused about what all jobs are there, what all roles or tasks are being given in one particular job in VLSI. So this is a short introduction regarding job opportunities in VLSI. So starting from scratch, starting from writing a code to manufacturing a chip, there are hundreds of tasks needed to be done in VLSI industry, and variety of skills are required for each job profile. So here we'll try to cover major job profiles. As we all know, there are two types of signals: digital signals that are discrete in nature and analog signals that are continuous in nature. So these two signals divide the entire industry. IPs and SOCs that only do transfer of digital signals comes under digital field. IPs and SOCs that do transfer of only analog signals comes under analog field, and IPs and SOCs that do transfer of digital as well as analog signal comes under mixed signal field. So moving ahead, we will try to understand these two terms, design and verification. As we all know, design means designing something and verification means verifying something. So this entire chip industry is dependent on these two terms. Okay, so we'll try to take an example. This is a tape recorder, and suppose I am asked to design this tape recorder. So what I'll do? I'll design it in such a manner that it turns on and off properly. Its volume raises to one particular level and it records my content properly. That is what I'll do as a design engineer. Now suppose as a verification engineer, I am asked to verify the functionality of this tape recorder. So for a start, I'll try to turn it on and off to check whether it is turning on off properly or not. Then I'll try to increase or decrease its volume to check whether volume is proper or not. And then I'll try recording some content to check whether it's being recorded without any sort of distortion or not. So that is called verifying this tape recorder. So as in engineers, design engineers write code to meet specific requirements given in specifications. And verification engineers tries to write a code in such a manner that verifies the code written by design engineer to verify whether it's meeting all the functionalities or not, whether it's doing its task properly or not. So this is called designing and verifying. So let's try to go through all the design job profiles. So any required concept or functionality or application is realized using variety of tools, languages and design components available in the market. So the first is ASIC front-end design engineer, and then FPGA engineer and IP design engineer. So there are two hardware descriptive language famous in market, Verilog and VHDL. When we try to write a code using those two hardware descriptive language, then it is called designing. ASIC is application specific integrated circuit. Any IC that is specific to our application, that is called ASIC designing. FPGA, we know all the FPGA boards available in the market. So designing something on that FPGA board is called FPGA designing. And IP is intellectual property. So designing something on IP and making an IP, that is called designing an IP. So this is more of a software thing. We are writing a code using hardware descriptive language and trying to create a design on a software. Now comes physical design engineering. So what is physical designing? So all these were related to software. Now suppose I want to see how my design would look on a board, how all the gates will be connected. So for that hardware purpose comes physical design into the picture. Physical designing is all about building circuit layout. Placing and the concept of placing and routing comes under this. So what is placing and routing? So let's take an example of designing a city. Suppose you are asked to design a city. So first you will see where you will put all the buildings, hospitals, parks. So that is called placing. So placing our gates at proper area on proper places called placing. And now in that city, you will connect all the buildings, hospitals and parks via roads or bridges. So that is called routing. So when in your design you connect all the gates and transistors using wires, metal wires, that is called routing. So placing and routing is done under physical designing and it is more of a hardware thing. Now let's try to understand what is DFT. DFT is designed for testability. Now, so DFT is a post fabrication process. After my chip is fabricated properly, then how will I check whether it is functioning correctly or not? I have written code. So suppose I have written a code of an adder a plus b. Then I'll check, I'll give some inputs to this in software and I'll check whether it is adding properly or not. A plus b is being done properly or not. But after my chip is fabricated, after my adder is fabricated, how to check whether it is functioning properly or not, whether the addition is being done properly or not, what I was desiring in my code. Sometimes what happens is when you are trying to fabricate a chip, then due to some silicon failures or shorting of metal, or we don't get the properly functioning hardware. Now as the design becomes more and more complex, we will not give external inputs to our entire fabricated chip and check whether all the inputs are being given properly or not, whether all the functions are working properly or not. That is a very time consuming process. So design for testability, in design for testability, we'll insert some logic in our design to detect whether my design is faulty or not. So for fault detection, DFT in DFT is done. Now comes the analog mixed signal designing. For all the IPs, SOCs and FPGA and ASIC designing I explained previously, most of the times they are of discrete in nature. So only digital signals are being transferred in IPs and SOCs. When we talk about analog mixed designing, it works on analog as well as digital signal both. Now let's try to go through verification job profiles. So AMS verification engineer is obviously verifying this analog mixed signal designs. Now front-end verification engineer, FPGA, ASIC and IP. All the FPGA, ASIC and IP codes were written by us in Verilog and VHDL that will be verified using a software, using languages like System Verilog, UVM, OVM. So that verification using software is called FPGA verification, ASIC verification and IP verification. Now all this were again related to software. Now if you remember, I explained how we check our design on board using physical design, how our layout will look. So if we want to do hardware verification, then comes physical design verification into after routing, our tool should give us 0 violations. There are dedicated PD verifications tools for such checks. There are some checks for physical design called DRC and LVS. DRC is design rule checking and LVS is layout versus schematic. Design rule checking mostly checks whether the spacing between metals or width of the metal is proper or not. So such rules are being checked under DRC. And LVS, as the name suggests, layout versus schematic. What I was planning my layout to be is similar to the schematic I have obtained after doing physical design or not. So my layout and schematic should be similar. That is being checked under verification, physical design verification. Now we'll talk about the job profiles that are not related to design and verification in VLSI industry. So first is synthesis engineer. See, we are designing a code that we need on our that we need in hardware. So everything should be synthesizable. So synthesis is something that converts our software written code into hardware, into netlist. Netlist is generated after the process of synthesis, and this netlist is being consumed by physical design engineer to do place and route. The next is static timing analysis engineer. As we all know how important timing is in our chip. It should work on given clock. It should work on maximum frequency. So under static timing analysis, we don't give inputs and outputs. We just check whether our design is working properly on timing or not. So setup and hold time violations, metastability issues, clock skew, slack, clock latency, false path, multi-cycle path, propagation delay, contamination delay, all such delay related things are being checked under static timing analysis. Now comes EDA or CAD engineer. So EDA, there are various and variety of EDA tools available in market. So what is the job of EDA engineer? So EDA engineer is responsible for managing license and EDA tools. That person has to be updated with all the latest tool versions and all. So it will also evaluate EDL simulations and methodologies. This tool engineer has to be familiar with all the tools. So there are different tools for lint, checking lint, CDC, synthesis, LEC. So this EDA engineer has to sometimes design the workflow also. He has to combine all the tools and put it in one workflow for easeability of design and verification engineers. For whoever is consuming this EDA tools, next comes EDA tools validation engineer. So all these tools are validated by this EDA tool validation engineer, whether they are working properly or not, whether the license are being set up properly or not. So this is the job of EDA tool validation engineer. Then comes fab and foundry engineer. So fabrication engineers design, implement and improve manufacturing systems and processes. So it is more of a hardware thing. And then comes application engineer. So application engineer is the interface between R&D department, research and development and customers. This person should be good at interacting with customers because they bring clients, they talk to clients what are all their requirements, and then they talk to R&D people that what all jobs need to done asked by client. So this is the job of application engineer. There are product application, field application, different application engineer types of different application engineers. Then comes library developer. So we all know what library is. Library is some redundant code being used continuously, being used again and again. So we are not going to write that code again and again. We all have used C and C++. Okay. So under C and C++, there are some default libraries. We call those libraries, and functions under that library can be easily accessed by us. So in VLSI also, there are some gates or some functions we are using constantly and redundantly. So we will not be writing the code of those functions again and again. So we put those codes under some libraries. So and we use that library to design our architecture. So these libraries are being developed by some specific people, and that is the job of library developer. Then comes reliability engineer. So what is a reliability engineer? Reliability engineer ensures robustness of a design and reduce susceptibility of premature electric failures. Throughout the lifetime of an IC, there are some failures which causes millions to people. So the job as reliability engineer is to check whether there are no unexpected faults under IC or not over a lifespan of an IC. So these are all the jobs available under VLSI industry, be it related to verification, design, and these are some other jobs which are not really related to verification and design. So if you have any doubt, you can write your doubt in the comment section and we'll try to respond to them. Thank you for watching this video. If you would like to see more such content, then you can visit our YouTube channel VLSI Chaps. We have a website also, www.vlsichaps.com, where you will get Q&A material and interview related material also. We have a Telegram group, VLSI Chaps and VLSI Chaps channel. So there are discussions going on. People put their doubts and some experts solve their queries. So you can join our Telegram group also. If you would like to be the part of our core content creating team, then you can contact Max Chap on Telegram. And we have a space called VLSI Chaps on Quora also. We are answering your questions there. So you can put up your questions and any doubts. You can follow FB, Instagram, and LinkedIn and Twitter pages of VLSI Chaps also. Help us grow our community. We would like to help people solving their doubts and help them get some jobs. Thank you.